All right, now I'm going to create a pandas data frame from a dictionary. So first I'm going to create a dictionary for my data. I'm going to call it data, and it's going to be a dictionary, and the syntax for a dictionary has curly brackets on the outside, and then inside of the curly brackets I'm going to have value or key value pairs. There's going to be a key that's going to be associated with each value. So my keys are going to be these individual variables, and the values are going to be the list or array of values that are associated with each variable. So for instance, the first key is going to be variable 1. I'll put that in quotation, variable 1. And that key will be associated with the value that is this array here that contains these values, 19, 34, 31, and so forth. So I'll put those in a comma separated list here, 19, 34, 31, 20, 20, 19, 24, 23, and 20. So those are the 9 values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that's my first key value pair. I'm going to make another key value pair by putting a comma between that one and the next one. And the next key is going to be variable 2. So I'll just put that in quotations, variable 2. And then I'm going to put the values, which is going to be this array. So I'm going to have these values here, 1s and 0s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1s and 3 0s. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1s, followed by 1, 2, 3 0s. So that will create my second column of my data frame, but I'm doing it by creating this dictionary. And there's one last key variable pair in this dictionary. And that last key variable pair is, of course, variable 3. And that is the key. And then I'm going to put a type of colon between that key, and the values once again are just going to be this list. I'm going to put it in a bracket, square bracket, and the list is just going to be of these numbers, 4, 2, 2, and so forth. So 4, 2, 2, 7, 4, 7, 2, 7, 3. And I make sure they're all in the correct order. So this is my dictionary. This is the syntax. So you see I called it data, and then I have the key value pairs where each key is just the heading for the variable in the column there, and the value is the array containing the individual values for that variable. All right, when I run this, it creates this dictionary, and if I want to actually, on the next line, I can come here and press enter to get to the next line and just type data, and it should, because we're using IPython, just print out the dictionary. So this is the dictionary. Here's variable 1, those are the values, variable 2, values, and variable 3. All right, so I'm going to add another code cell, and now I'm going to use pandas to create a data frame. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import pandas as PD. That's going to be the nickname for pandas, PD. So when I want to use pandas, I don't have to type out pandas. I can just type PD as alias. And I'm going to use pandas to create a data frame. The data frame, I'm going to give it the name DF for data frame. And it's going to equal. So I'm using pandas, which I gave the alias PD, and the method from pandas I'm going to use is pd.D data frame. As you can see, it's suggested here. You can click it here. You can continue to type frame. So that is the method from pandas I'm going to use. And what goes into this is a dictionary. So I can put a dictionary in here. And the dictionary I'm going to use is the dictionary I created, whose name is DATA. So I'm going to create a data frame from the dictionary called data that I created up here. And then I'll run this. All right, so now I have a data frame that's called DF within Python. Now I'm going to add one more code cell to display the head of the data frame. So if I type df, which is the name of the data frame, dot head head, and open and close a parenthesis there, when I run this cell, it'll give me the first 5 rows of the data frame. And let me add one more code cell here. I can also do df dot tail and open and close a parenthesis, and it'll give me the last 5 rows of the data frame. All right. The other method that we know about, let's add one more code snippet here. For numerical variables, we can also do df.describe. df.describe will give me some statistics from the data frame when I run it. So I open and close a parenthesis. It gives me the count, which is the number of observations, 9 in this case. And it gives me the 3 variables, the columns here. It gives me the mean for each one. So the mean of variable 1 is 23 1/3. The mean for variable 2 doesn't make sense because it looks like a Bernoulli variable. And the mean for variable 3 is 4.2. And then it also gives me the standard deviation for all 3 variables because they're all numeric. And it also gives me the 5-number summary, which is the minimum, the first quartile, the median or the second quartile, the third quartile, and the maximum. That's the 5-number summary, the numbers that would appear in a box plot.